What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Judith Plains, Montana. And you might just be looking at the greatest business mogul in the state. Let me tell you about it while I get some coffee here. So I got an email the other day from none other than a Saudi prince. And he was a little strapped for cash. So what he said to me was he needed about $2 million. And you'll notice I've got $2 million. And what he said was he would take my $2 million and turn it into $200 million. Now, listen, I know I'm a couple fries short of a Happy Meal, but mama didn't raise no idiot. If you're going to take $200 or $2 million and turn it into $200 million, who would say no? So, I sold everything. I sold the tractors. I sold the animals. I sold the sheep. I sold the land. And that's how I got to my $2 million. So I let him know, hey, I've got your money. Where do I need to send this? And he hit me back. And you can tell this guy, he's business savvy. He said, what are you going to do with all this money? I know that you used to be a farmer and all this. So I said, you know what? I've always wanted to own an island. And it turns out he's got an island guy. So for a measly $200,000, I can buy an entire island. So that's what I'm going to do. We're going to take the rental car here. We're going to go to the airport. And I'm going to fly to my new island. I cannot wait to get there. I'm also going to Western Union this money over to him. I asked him about a wire transfer, and he said no, he wanted to do a Western Union transfer. So we spent about 3 years on this farm here. It's been a good farm, and but we're moving on. We're getting out of this farming life. We're going to turn this $200 million into $2 billion. We'll see you on the other side. Well, I think we made a slight miscalculation. Remember when I said the whole, mama didn't raise no full thing. I think we got scammed. I don't think we got scammed. I made it to the island. I had to sell my suit in order to actually get passage over here. The captain wouldn't let me on the boat. He really liked the suit and the glass and the whole get up, really. So he got that from me. I wired in the money. Hopefully he gets back to me, and we can get out of here. This is the island. It's not my island. We bought a piece of it. There's not a whole lot here. We got some cows, and I guess this is the shop. I don't even see anybody here. I don't even know if anybody else lives on this place. Oh, jeez. Well, we didn't lose all of our money. We've still got about 50 grand. Okay, I got to make a couple phone calls. So I'm going to have to turn this recording off. So it turns out, don't really have service on the island. I was able to find a guy in here, though. He was able to tell me what plot of land I actually own. So it's this plot 158. This is an island. Yeah, there's literally just trees here. There is he owns this field right over here. He just kind of mows grass for the cows. But he did let me know I can get stuff shipped in. So like I don't even know what at this point I would get shipped in, but I can get stuff shipped in. So I guess we're going to do the only thing I know how to do. We're going to get to work. I'm going to see if I can find a change of clothes. And I guess we're going to work the land. We gotta get enough money to get off this island. So let me see if I can find a change of clothes and see what else we got going on here. All right, that's a little better, I guess. They really didn't have a lot of options around here, but I was able to buy this guy's tractor from him. It is an old used tractor. I also got a mower from him. So here it is. So we have got a Minneapolis Moline. I think it's like a 70s tractor or an 80s tractor. I don't even know. It's got I don't know how many hours on it. Let's jump in it here. It's got 22, almost 30 hours on it. Not in the best condition, but what can you expect from out here? And then he had this. He converted this forge wagon. This looks like a pickup wagon, and he put a mower deck on the front of it. So I thought that was pretty cool. It's kind of the best of both worlds, really. Now we've got $5,801 left. So hopefully, okay, good. It starts. It started and ran. So I like this. We paid, I think, like 11 grand for the tractor. The wagon was much more expensive. Oh. Well, we're just gonna deal with that. Didn't really think about the hitch placement there. He does have another tractor for sale. Let me see. He's got a case. I wonder if it would hook up better the case. Probably not. It looks like it's got a low hitch too. But he's got 5 grand on this thing, and it's got a bucket. So that's probably what we'll go for first. Oh man, is he gonna make it up this hill? So we'll go over to our plot of land here. It's just up the hill. This thing 18 miles an hour. We're not getting anywhere fast. I guess eventually we'll have to put a road down here. Maybe, if we get enough money. I don't even know. I mean, if we're just doing grass, this is going to take forever. I think we've got a few trees on the plot as well, which we can lumber up. It's kind of why I want that front loader. Honestly. Yeah, I kind of just start, huh? I'm gonna go on. I'm looking at the map down there. Kind of stay on our property here, and let's get a load of grass down there. I guess I don't know what it sells for. I would assume not great because it's literally the only production on the island other than wood. But we're gonna change that. We're gonna bring life to this island. Or die trying. Alrighty. There's our first load of grass. Kind of tried to do a outline of the property there. It's kind of I was going through the woods and, you know, not being the most efficient with it, but we did get 35.5. That's just kind of after me, you know, marking out the land. So we actually might get some okay money for this. Guess I'll probably have to buy these plots down here in order to put a road in. It's going to be a lot of log clearing. You can see that already. So let's take this grass down here, see what we get. Obviously, we need to buy a plow, we need to buy a planter, we need to buy all kinds of things. Let's sell this grass. Money's not going up very fast. Kind of was to be expected. Yeah, we're definitely gonna have to get moving on some other production stuff. A little over $2,000. Not even $1,437. Yep, this is going to be a grind. A little bit of out of character while we're driving back here. I am playing with the precision farming mod on. It is on hard economic difficulty. We don't do any loans. We don't do any financing. We don't do any leasing. We don't do any of that here on this channel. Across the board. Plowing's turned on. Fieldstone is turned off just because I don't like fieldstone. So, yep. Automatic AI, helper, refuel, all that stuff's turned off. So, yeah, this is pretty much as hard as it gets. Obviously, we started with a tractor and a little mower jobby here, but could easily have done it with a sickle and a wheelbarrow. To me, that's just wasted time. So that's the out of character on it. Try not to hit that rock. We're going to just get as many loads of grass out of here that we can. I mean, we have quite a bit here, so see what the money gets up to at the end. I might end up, once we get into the center here, doing a course play route or something. Have it run. Should all work. I honestly haven't tested anything on this map. It's probably a bad YouTube thing to do, but you guys experience the pandemonium in real time as I'm experiencing it. So without further ado, we're going to get after this. We're going to get all this mowed up and see where we end up at the end here. See how many times that notification is going to pop up. So many times. Anyway, away we go. Load number 2. Load number 3. Alright, so I got pretty much the whole barrier done. Went in between the trees there a bit. Got the bits over there in between those trees, so I'm pretty much just left with a square here. So we're going to set up a course play, and I was just going to go ahead and do it, but then I thought about it, and I don't think I've ever set one up for a YouTube video. As far as like making my own course, just because we've been playing on maps that already have fields. So we're just going to go over this real quick. It's 2 different ways. You can do a course play course. You can either hit the little record button right here, and then you can drive all the way around where you want the course to be. Works fine. You can do that if that's what you want to do. Or the other way is you click the no course button. You hit, for me, I'll hit escape to take it off that. Hit escape one more time, take it off the tractor. This where it says active workers up here, you hit this button, custom fields, and then you're going to press, for me, it is Z on the keyboard, and you can see this thing up here comes up. Now the only thing with this is obviously I can't see where I cut or anything like that. So sometimes I'll go through and to like mark the borders, I'll use like a workbench or something because icons pop up on the screen. So you'll have, you know, you do icon to icon. But basically all you do is right click. So I'm going to right click right here. You get the blue line. I want these to be straight. So I'm going to hold shift. I'm going to go up to about the edge of this tree line here. I think that's about where it's at. And obviously I'm not going all the way to the end here because I've already, well, let's redo this. Let's go a little bit farther this way. So I'm going to hit Z to make it go away, hit Z again to make it come back, and I'm going to take it out just a little bit farther. We're going to run it up to about there. We're going to run it down to about there. And then this here on that side of that tree line. And all I'm doing is right clicking to place these dots. We're going to go to there. Bring it across to, I don't know, about there. And that gives us a little wonky bit here, but that's fine. In theory, I could literally, bring this down here like this. And then go across. And have a little L shape. I guess we'll do it for the video. Oh, I messed that one up right there. So you can see it's got like a little weird kicker there. That will show up in the course play, but that's on the outside. I'm not saving this, so I don't really care that much. So when you're done with it, you just press Z. It'll ask you to save the course. You say yes, boom, course play 1. Now, once this is a field, you want to delete this course. So all you do is you click on it, and then you click delete. Editing the fields, don't ask me. I've tried to learn how to do that, and I can't. So it's too much for my mind. So anyways, we're going to drive a little bit. That way it picks up the actual border of the field. Now when we click no course, boom, there's our border. Come into fieldwork settings. I'm going to set number of headlands to something stupid like, I don't know, 10. We'll do like 8. Just because most of the outside's already done. I don't want rounded corners. Up, down is fine. Manual's fine. 2.1. Yep, that's all good. So then we're going to hit C. Boom, there's the course. So if you guys didn't know, that's how you do it. Now, one thing I am going to do is I'm going to drive to the other side. That way all of these turny bits are not on the corner. I don't like having those on the corners. I like having those on the straight sides. And there's quite a bit of them, so I'm going to go to the longest side that I can, which is this side over here. So you can see the outside of the field. Man, I got that like perfect, didn't I? It's going to miss a little bit up here. That's fine. It's going to get a majority of it. I'll go back through whenever it's done and grab the outside bits here. So once again, we're going to hit that. We're going to press C. It's going to load us up. I'm going to hit escape to come off the tractor. Take a look. Now you can see all those are nice and on a straight line here. So with that, we're just going to hit start. You can see it down here on the map. It's going as well. Everything's working fine. Beautiful. All right, so we're finishing up, I think load level 4. Load number 4. Let me get this topped off here real quick with this little patch. You can see I got a tent. Tito, that's the guy's name down there. Lent me a toolbox and a tent to use. So that was pretty nice of him. He says there's other people on the island, but haven't seen him yet. So that is kind of up for debate. But like I said, we got the old tent here. Got the toolbox so I can work on the tractor. One thing, the course plate did repair the tractor, so I forgot to turn that setting off. But other than that, she's worked real good. I'm real happy with the mower. It's the first time I've actually used a Minneapolis Moline, so that's been nice. But the main thing, last round I was down there, I had Tito order some gravel. Apparently there's a gravel pit on the other side of the island. So he got that in here. And also, I've been thinking about what to do with the grass. So I found these fermenting silos. Apparently this is something that they use here on the island. And it's cheaper than doing concrete barriers. We're just kind of tarping it. They're about $3,500 a piece. So I think I'm going to put down 2 of them. Do a little landscaping. Get that gravel and everything laid down. And turn this into silage. Hopefully we make more money. We should make more money. I think these holds like 100,000. Let's get a couple of them down here. And there. I want to get them close together. All right, let's check them out. So it's got a tip area here. Let's see. Storage empty. Let's refill it. And they hold 150,000. So hopefully this will get us more money because I'm going to start putting the grass in here. So I'm going to get to, say, get this guy mown. Let's put some grass in there. Continue to mow, and then we'll get that gravel put in here. Delivered, I guess. Should just tip it right here. Works. It's turned on. There we go. We are making silage. If you guys are liking the video so far, make sure to hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. This is my first survival quote-unquote series. So we're going to do a lot of designing. One of my favorite things to do is, build farms out and stuff like that. So this is the very beginning. You're here from day one, step one. So that left us with basically $2,500. Sweet. Just gonna put him on last waypoint, which I think was over here. There we go. And let's get to building some roads. Alright, I think that'll do for now. Got a little gravel patch up there, a little pad for me to park stuff on, work on stuff. Did the road down here. Doesn't look too bad. Probably should have looked at this before I did mine, but mine's fresher gravel, right? We got a little texture in it. I use the dirt tracks because it'll actually make like divots in the road, so it makes it a little bit rougher to drive. But yeah, that we'll get back to this guy's at 14%. Gonna have to refuel him. I got $2,500. What can we do for a fuel tank on the farm? I don't have any sheds or anything either. I mean, that's $1,000. I could, but I still need a plow. I still need so much stuff. For $1,000 though, can I put a solar panel on it? I can't. Should I go ahead and do the shed? Put it like right over here. I mean, we're in like a tropical climate, so like I don't know how much we're gonna have to worry about. I'm from Montana. We gotta worry about tornadoes and everything out there. I don't know if we're gonna have to worry about that stuff. $1,000 though, I think that's worth it for the barn. I'm just gonna put the barn down. As far as the color goes, is that the wood? Yeah. That's the wood color? Yeah, okay. Let's see, what color we want to go with? Dark? Sure. That's good. And I want to get it like right on the property line. And we're going to want to gravel that. Definitely going to want to gravel that. This one? No. This one. Yeah, I think so. Yep. Alright, let's texture this. And if you guys are doing this without the precision line mod, you guys are crazy. Because it lets you snap to angles. I can move my mouse everywhere and, you know, it doesn't unlock. So it really lets you get the edges good. I guess I'll have to do a little path over there, yeah? Let's bring this out to there. Alright, look at that. It's already coming together. I'm gonna get rid of these trees and stuff, but we'll throw some of this in here. And we'll grab... Let's see, where's the Mud Tracks US? Sure. Throw a little of this under here. You know, pulling it out of there, right? Add some of this in here. If you use the... This really isn't supposed to be like a tips and tricks video, but on the circle, if you use the smallest one, it randomly places blobs. If you have it bigger, it does the solid line. The more you know. Anyway. So that looks pretty good. I guess I could do like a gravel path or something over here, but I might want to put a barn here or something and move these. I don't know. So we're going to leave that like that. And continue onward here. That was 4 loads. Man, I'm at $1,300 now. Money's tight. It is tight. We'll see how many loads we can get out of here. Well, we're going to have to make a fuel run. Kind of knew that was coming. Get to use our brand new road, though. So that's kind of nice. Alright, let's see what the damage is. $629 for the fuel. Oh, it's like half our money. Well, hey, they've got a little charging station there. Let's hope this silage does well. I'm on load number 7. No. Yes. 7. 8. Got 2 loads in there. 4, 5. Yeah, 7. So hopefully when we sell this silage, we get some more money. I'm looking back and I'm thinking that the garage is probably a bad idea. Wasn't really thinking about fuel, even though I have the fuel warning beep thing. But, you know, you live and you learn. You live and you learn. Have to get a fuel tank at the farm. One day when I grow up, I'll have a fuel tank at my farm. Let's get this finished up. Alright. Well, I'm going to call that done for now. I can still clean up around the trees and stuff a little bit better, but eventually it all gets plowed over. It'll be easier to clear out around the trees when there's no trees there, you know. This is gonna be load number 8. Let's see, we've already got 2,000 silage in there. So is this gonna put us over 100,000? Should be close. If not over. I guess we didn't need 2 of these. Well, maybe if when we first started, I guess we may have filled one up because we did what, 4 loads before we started putting them in here. So now the plan is to not have to do, you know, mow this whole entire thing for grass for the next, you know, 10 years. Gonna get 100? Yeah. Okay. So we'll have a little over 100,000 silage. That's good. Don't have a washer or anything for the tractor either. But you know what we do have? Little barn. I guess I could move my tent under the barn. That'd probably be a little better for me. Maybe a little drier. Move the tent under the barn. So we'll get this guy parked up. If you guys... Look, each thing gets its own slot. Hopefully it's not like this forever. We'll get this filled up in here. Seems like I need to, Is there a little lip right here? Yes, there is. See that little lip? I'm gonna have to smooth this out a little bit. But with that, we're gonna call that an episode. Appreciate you guys. What's this? Does this lever do anything over here? Oh, I didn't know that. Is there another lever? Looky there. Maybe I should move the tent under here. Anyways, yeah. So I guess this is our life now. So make sure you guys come back for the next one. Like and subscribe the video if you liked it. Share it. Leave a comment for the sake of engagement. If you want to know where I got the Minneapolis Moline or any of these mods, let me know. There's 900 mods currently loaded. So, yeah, we got a bunch. But yeah, y'all have a good evening. Have a good morning. Have a good afternoon. And we'll see ya.